Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You can see that I popped in a level 1 revive, even though, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but sometimes I'll anticipate a fight's over, and this is classic when Heimdall is part of a synergy team on the arena. But I'll anticipate a fight's over, and then there'll be like 2% left, and then either a special 3 will be activated, or they'll barge in. But I had a bunch of level 1 revives that were about to expire, so I said, I'm going to do something different this weekend. I am going to essentially just try to knock out as many of these Gladiator fights as possible, and I'm going to celebrate the last 30% Greater Champion revive, or excuse me, Greater Champion boost, I wish it was a Greater Champion revive, that I had left over from the 7-hour Legends Celebration crystals that was also fixing to expire in my overflow. Because, as you can see here, I've got 40 minutes left. So in the first 20 minutes, and I'll use other boosts, such as the 15% attack boost and some health boost to try this again. But I was able to complete Gladiator with only a tech champion 5 times, and that champion was Warlock. Now, I did a couple of solos, but more often than not, so 3 out of 5 times it took me 1 level 1 revive. Now, could I have done that with 5 solos? Yes, but to me, time is precious. And I would rather use an expiring revive and get it done faster than keep restarting just to get the satisfaction of a solo. And that did get me 750 7-star shards, which will add up 2,000 Capes Only Crystal Shards, and a 5% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal. And now I have the next one, which is a Caped Champion. I'm going to have to look up even who that is. See Champion list in Capes Only Crystal. So let's, before I show you the strategy, I guess let's look at the Capes Only Crystal. Ooh. Black Widow Clairvoyant. Well, that's who I used before, even though she's stuck in Alliance Quest right now. P90X, Hood, Vision Age of Ultron, Void, Classic Scarlet Witch, that might be fun. Doctor Doom is probably going to be my top option just to see how I can do, especially with the Doom rotation, although some power drain champs have not been as effective. I thought at first, I was like, Tech Champion, I'll use OG Vision. Nope. Immune to OG Vision's main utility. So he was a giant waste of time. So I'll show you what I did. And I know that these videos aren't for the people who've already done it. These are for people who maybe don't think they can do it. And yes, my Warlock is boosted and rank 5, so yours may not be. But the general advice of the fight is still the same. I'm going to pause this, and so you can see all the power. I'm going to hide my webcam. I'll bring it back after this. So my goal is the same goal that I had with the Summer of Pain, just to get him under 50% in the first one. Now, the power gain is the tricky part. And I swear, this AI, they just use a different AI with boss fights like this. He's just strangely more passive. It sort of feels like all or nothing, but it's not meant to parry. Okay, so I get trapped into a corner. I hold block, and eventually he should fire heavy. There we go. So my goal is to get 2 special 2s off. Now, this is a little bit worse than usual, but I don't know if I will actually be knocked out from this, especially here. Yes. So, I probably should have been, but you can see, okay, so I got him down to 42%, not my best effort, but if I hadn't had the 30% Greater Champion boost, I would have not had that extra damage. Now, would I keep that? No, I'd probably restart and go for at least him down to 30%, but it's that general fight mechanic, and again, I used 3 level 1 revives. and that's it. But they're all expiring. And part of me is ready to use more on Dr. Doom because if I don't use them, I lose them, as I'm claiming all of these as well. And in terms of my expiration, and there is my next solo objective. That's exciting. But in terms of my overflow, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 level 2 revives expiring in the next 4 days. So, I mean, might as well use them for Dr. Doom, and I can use one per fight. And if I do one solo, I'll have more than enough. Plus, I've got some health potions too. So, this is why they're there. This is why the overflow matters so much. But thank you, 7-hour crystals saved me against Gladiator because that extra greater champion boost actually is quite clutch, especially when it's about to expire in your overflow. So thank you, Kabam, once again. Warlock, also pretty sweet. Doesn't have the same utility in that fight as he does normally, but he has enough utility and health, especially with that boost, to live to fight another day. And it takes you what it takes you, but when you get the rewards, they're pretty sweet.